So in this video, I want to share with you 5 relationship flags, red flags, you should really ignore and avoid, especially when it comes to conscious-minded or spiritual people. What does that mean? It means that when you are on a level of consciousness, or you're on this personal development or self-development journey, and you start meeting the love of your life, you're going to find sometimes there's some incongruencies or misalignments, right? Because it may resonate with your older self, and there becomes problems if any of you, when it comes to love and relationships, keep attracting the same problems in relationships or the same type of idiots or people in your life. Then it's very important for us to pay close attention to these red flags so that we start aligning ourselves more to what we want, the type of people we want in our love and relationship, instead of attracting the wrong person. So we're going to break it down in this video, the 5 things you need to look out for, the 5 red flags. But before we get into it, show reel, hit it. Namaste everyone, Namo Himalaya. This is Sri Akarshana here. And in this video, I want to break down for you 5 relationship red flags that you must avoid, especially if you are on this spiritual awakening journey or on this consciousness journey. It will really help you align yourself to your highest self without getting all the distractions and compulsions that humans usually get. Okay? So first of all, the first red flag. If you meet somebody and then you are in conversation for the first time and you hear them talk bad about other people, right? Once they start saying, oh, because they did that and that, they did that, and because of that person and because of my ex did this and that's why I'm this way and all the rest of it, when they start talking bad about other people, always understand. People who play the blame game always play the blame game. People who point the finger outwards always points the finger outwards, right? If we're on a level of consciousness and awareness, we start understanding that life is purely a reflection of who we are. What does that mean? Well, if we were really conscious about situations, we realize that actually nothing ever happened to us. Nobody ever did us wrong. Why? Because it's our inner demons, it's our inner reality attracts our outer reality. And if one is always pointing the finger outwards and never pointing the finger inwards to realize that it's my personal development journey, then you're going to face certain challenges when getting with this person, right? It's because they're going to end up finding problems and pointing the finger at you. They're going to end up not just talking about other people, they're also, because that's the tendency, they talk about other people, they will also talk about you. This is how people are. So it's going to create a lot of chaos, a lot of problems in a relationship. Now, some people will argue this point and say, no, but some people need to heal in their journey. Yes, but why don't they work on their self-healing and their self-love before, if 2 people, right? If you get a broken person plus a broken person come together, you get a lot of broken pieces. Right? If you get 2 healed people come together, guess what? It blossoms. It's beautiful. It's amazing. Obviously, I'm not denying the point that, okay, you can get together to grow together. Of course, do that. Why not? But I'm saying, if you want that peace, that peaceful relationship, that beautiful relationship that just blossoms nicely and it's calm, right? It's blissful. It's easy like that. Then this is a very good red flag to pay close attention to. Okay? The second red flag to pay close attention to is people who are afraid to give you the truth. What does that mean? Right? You have people withholding information, right? When you meet people for the first time, you ask them certain questions and they're kind of like a bit hesitant to give you the right answer. if somebody is withholding information, whether it be, oh, they are afraid to answer some question directly because of their past, or they're afraid to answer some questions because of they're afraid of judgment of their occupation, or they're afraid of judgment of what their status is, or anything like that, then guess what? They're afraid. There are trust issues that are there. When there are trust issues that are there, guess what? It will also reflect on the relationship they have with you, because it's there. Now, once again, I'm not saying that you shouldn't help people like that. I'm not saying that you shouldn't give love to people like that. I'm just saying that you've got to be very aware what you are getting into when you get into a relationship like that, right? Some people, they live a very secretive life. And that's okay when it comes to public or when it comes to public perception. Some people are just wanting to have their privacy. But if you are coming into a romantic relationship and you're meeting some people for the first time and you're starting to see these signals, right? In my opinion, if you want just a nice, smooth, open, honest relationship, then it's time to get out. The third thing, right, is if you start seeing their tendency, or maybe some little words that start trying to change you. What does that mean? Right? Maybe you go on your first date and they start saying, making gestures that I don't like that thing you do. Or maybe they say it lightly. That's what usually happens, right? Because they're not fully into the relationship yet. They will just give certain things. Why do you do that? Or why do you wear that? Or why did you say that? Right? You start seeing judgment. You start seeing that judgment. And when that judgment happens, you start seeing if they are wanting this controlling. And it's very interesting because in relationships, a lot of people say we got to listen to each other's needs so that we know how to satisfy each other's needs. While that may be true, we need to also understand that there's a lot of people in relationships, they say they love each other. Yet at the same time, they are unhappy with what each other do. But what I always say is, hey, dude, if you love me for who I am. I will never try to change you, no matter what you do. Everybody has perfect and imperfections. Everybody has good habits and bad habits, right? It doesn't matter what it is. But I don't need to change you, right? Because I am coming from a higher level of consciousness in understanding that I am responsible for myself. And when I change myself, my outer reality will start to change. But I should not be trying to change you to somebody who I want, right? Because I love you, not the person I want to change you to. So why should you be already starting to implement change on me? Right? Everybody has their own journey. Again, from a higher level of consciousness and spirituality, it's going to be very much easier for you to get with somebody who are both conscious, right? On the same conscious parallel path where you have this alignment. You have this kind of like a non-verbal agreement. You just know. It's a knowing that each other understand each other get each other understand love, right? On the same level. Red flag number 4, right, is small talk. Okay, when it comes to your spiritual awakening journey, and this is very important, especially if you are wanting to advance yourself even more in your spiritual awakening journey. Because if you meet somebody and then just all small talk, it's going to stop you from achieving the highest you. Because you're using your thoughts, you're sacrificing your thoughts, your emotions, your vibrational frequency, right, and your actions, doing small talk and small actions. But you got to always remember, you're bigger than that. God put you on this planet, universe put you here in this physical reality for a higher purpose, for a higher calling. So don't allow yourself to fall back into it just because of maybe certain attractions that you just feel that compulsiveness to, right? Instead, allow yourself to stand your firm ground, understand who you are, right? You are a child of God. You are powerful. You are abundant. You are infinite. So you are here to reach your infinite and highest potential. And then number 5 is talking about misalignment of ethics. It's talking about your ideas of the world and your ideas of your life purpose. Right? This really depends on what your dreams and what your goals and what your aspirations are. If your dreams and your goals and your aspirations right now is just to, settle down, get married, have some children, and that's it. Both people have a job and that should be okay, then that's totally fine, right? If the other person has the same ideas of life. But it's very important when we come into relationship, there's always 2 main things that we see if it's in alignment, right? If it's out of alignment, it should be very clear that your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, your ideas of a relationship and your ideas of the world is completely different. But it's very important to have these open and honest conversations. But when things are aligned, there's 2 main signs that you will see. The first sign is that you see this person to be your supporting star, right? There's always a big cog and a small cog in a machine. There's many, many small cogs and one big cog and multiple big cogs too, right? In a machine. That's what gets everything working. But we need to understand that the small cog in a machine and the big cog in a machine is equally as important. You remove anyone, the machine will not be able to churn out the results that it's supposed to churn out. So what does this mean? The supporting star is no smaller than the main star. It's equally as important, and both have this level of understanding. One plays a supporting role. It could be to do with human design, right? It could be that one's a manifester and one's a generator, right? So it could be that supporting star you're looking for, and that will be a perfect and nice alignment. The second thing is 2 stars, 2 manifesting generators like that, 2 main stars, right? When 2 main stars come together, what happens is you form what some people will identify as a power couple. That's a very strong alignment to have. But at the same time, we need to appreciate when it comes to 2 main stars, right? Almost like 2 twin flames, right? You have twin flames come together. It's going to be a very similar type of effect where it's going to be powerful, right? You're going to create some magic together. You're going to change the world. But at the same time, because both of you are equally as strong, right, in this relationship with your opinions, with your energies, with your intensity, then sometimes there can be some conflicts here and there. But if both are advancing on a parallel spiritual journey, guess what will happen? Right? You will both not react to each other and learn to respond to each other. You will both start loving each other for your differences as well. Right? Because you understand. You have a level of consciousness and awareness to come to acceptance that both of you are supposed to change the world together right now. Right? So these are 2 types of relationships that work extremely, extremely well when it comes to advancing and fulfilling your calling, your destiny, your highest purpose. But anything other than that, right, when there's too much misalignment or disalignment, it can become quite tough and challenging, right? So these are the 5 red flags when it comes to relationships. If you resonate with anything that's been said in this video, or maybe you've met somebody like with any of those signs, please do comment below. Let us know your story. Let us know what you're going through. That's always nice to know, right? And also it'll help other people feel like they're not alone when they're on this journey and seeing these signs and becoming more aware to these signs too. If you agree with any of the points at all, do let us know inside the comments too. Also, hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, if you got anything out of it whatsoever. If you are new to this channel and you haven't already, remember to hit that subscribe button and the notifications button next to it. That's a little bell sign, by the way, because this year we're dedicated to making daily videos, so hold you accountable to make it your best year yet. But for now, guys, we're signing out. Namaste. Namo Himalaya.